हेलो हेलो। वी आर बैक। हमारा अभी तक पार्ट जितना कंप्लीट हुआ था that was for international bodies. Then there are national bodies and other things that we have to discuss. But before that, I think we can start jumping into month by month important news. We'll also go with CSE bulletin so that we are finishing off with questions, and with questions then we are learning other things also. So we'll start doing that one by one. And these are some odd 300 questions. So I'm assuming it will take 300 minutes per question, 1 minute per question. So 300 minutes. We'll be here for a long time. We'll try to speed it up as soon as possible. The PDF that you are able to see, if you are not a Pariksha student, you can get it by messaging us, or you can go into the description and you'll find the contact details. Ask for the same. If you are already a Pariksha student, it will either be printed and given to you, or it will be uploaded in the app itself. Now I'll start with important current affairs that we have been seeing throughout. And trust me, this PDF that you will see, all the questions that you will see that I have accumulated here, more or less, I am very confident that we'll see 8 to 10 questions coming from these. So let's look at it one by one. What is kombucha that was recently mentioned in news? There are certain things in the elements of socio-economic setup as well as pop culture that you students follow, where you can find questions like these also coming up. Answer is a fermented tea-based beverage. Kombucha is a new kind of tea which has been trending for health benefits, having antioxidants, so on and so forth. Which state government has launched Mukhyamantri Pratigya scheme? Now, with the name itself, I can understand that I have an audience which speak purely English but does not have a Hindi touch. Fortunately, unfortunately, in both the senses, there is a lot of schemes of government that run nowadays which are literally in Hindi. Their names are in literal setup of Hindi. So you will have to be acquainted a bit where you have to understand certain words. So Mukhyamantri is Chief Minister, Pratigya is taking an oath kind of a scheme. So with name itself, you will be able to figure out most of it. But again, we are looking at examples of what all schemes have been launched. Mukhyamantri Pratigya scheme has been launched by Jharkhand. What is the name of the second ship of Project 17A delivered to Indian Navy? Now, HAL as well as BHAL as well as DRDO. These are certain organizations which have been continuously working for safeguarding as well as creating equipment which safeguards our whole country. So, on a continuous basis, we have been acquiring new weapons as well as various facilities that will help us fight various crimes or protect our sovereignty, like we had to see during Operation Sindoor. By the way, in the most accurate sense, I feel there will be an Operation Sindoor question that will come up because it happened recently. It has been in between of things of the last attempt to this attempt. More probably, I think in this particular attempt, you will see a current affairs question coming about Operation Sindoor. So, Indian Navy has purchased another project, or there was another ship delivered. The name of that ship is Udaygiri. Thiyam Suryamukhi Devi, who recently passed away, was related to which classical dance? It is Manipuri. If we talk about great personalities also in current affairs, you will see again a lot of times where such questions will come. It will also come about awards. Now, if you have to learn about awards also, there are civilian awards that are generally given up. The lowest in the rank is Padma Shri. Now, when I say lowest in the rank, Padma Shri is obviously a very big award. It is lowest in the rank in relative sense that above Padma Shri, we have Padma Vibhushan, and on top we have Padma Bhushan. More importantly, on top of it, you will see Bharat Ratna. So these are awards in their sequence that you will very commonly see in the civilian awards. I'm extremely sorry. I made a small mistake. Hence, I was confused. कोई बात नहीं. Sir is getting old also. Padma Vibhushan is above than Padma Bhushan. I was just getting confused, so I confirmed it. This is the sequence that we look awards at. So we have Padma Shri, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and Bharat Ratna. So obviously, it's not an award question. It is a question about a great personality who was working in promoting cultural heritage. She has recently passed away. She was related to Manipuri dance. What is the name of recently launched portal that provides open access to national and state level data on student performance? It is Parak portal. Very, very important. It was very recently listed in the news. I am assuming that this can obviously come up. With this, you will see another thing, UDICE. Under Parak portal itself, we find something known as UDICE code. So every student of, let's say, Chhattisgarh board, Maharashtra board, Madhya Pradesh board, Karnataka board, CBSE board, ICSE board, all these boards, every student from nursery class itself will get a UDICE code based on which we can track that student's complete academic history. That where did he study till class 3, then maybe he shifted the school somewhere else, then somewhere else, somewhere else. But your data will be centralized stored so that you don't have to run behind institutions about getting it corrected also in future time. I've seen a lot of students struggling because spelling mistake of parents' name has happened. So ultimately that will go away now. Which state has become the third state in India to cross 1 crore registered investors as per National Stock Exchange data? That is Tamil Nadu. We have had so much influx of money coming into the stock market. The highest number of registered investors are in Tamil Nadu. Recently, where was the statue of Maratha warrior Peshwa Bajirao I installed in Maharashtra? Answer is Pune. Mount Shinmoidake, which that was recently seen in news, is located in which country? Japan. Suna Besha festival is celebrated in which state? Odisha. Sometimes you will read the name and then let's say the options were given to you as Odisha, Jharkhand, let's say uh, Bihar, let's say Bihar and Delhi. If all these options are given, then it's a very clear cut case also of elimination if you are not able to remember certain things. Sunabesha is somewhat sounding in the Bengali or the Odia term, where you can obviously eliminate Delhi and Bihar. You might be confused between, let's say, Jharkhand or Odisha. That will be a 50-50 chance, still a good enough chance for you to tick mark it. Obviously, as we are have been talking about this for a very long time, 15 marks question is going to come for current affairs. Out of that, 8 or 10 marks will be done out of this. So literally, there are certain chances that you will have to take. By elimination of options also, you will be increasing your chances so that you can select an answer. But one thing for sure, we have to select an answer. You cannot leave any answers untouched. All 140 questions have to be attempted within those 120 minutes. Since there is no negative marking, it will be very helpful. Ladli Behna Yojana was launched in which state government? Madhya Pradesh. This is one of the most successful yojanas also. I think in Madhya Pradesh they give 8,000 rupees to every female throughout the year. So it comes like 2,000 rupees a month or something like that. And this scheme has been now extended to Ladki Behan or other names in every state wherever BJP is going to campaign. Recently, they are campaigning in Bihar. They have launched the same scheme there itself. August 2025, the Piprava Buddha relics were originally discovered in which Indian state? Answer is Uttar Pradesh. Piprava Buddha. Anything related to Buddha also you will find answer as Uttar Pradesh because that's the region where in the mythological sense and historical sense, we believe that Buddha has traveled. Which country has imposed a 25% tariff on Indian goods effective from August 1, 2025? Answer is United States. It's not just 25% now, it is 50%. That has changed after August. So now I think from September it has been 50% with a threat of increasing it to 100% if we still continue to purchase Russian oil. But more or less, we are not stopping, is what I understand. So we'll see. Who has been appointed as new Vice Chief of Army Staff VCOS in August 2025? This is a question that you can most probably see. Why? Because this was asked in August. That was your last attempt. And obviously, this question could not have been included there. So in this attempt, you can see a question coming in this way. Lieutenant General Sandeep Joshi has been appointed as Vice Chief of Army Staff. Oreshnik is a hypersonic ballistic missile developed by which country? Russia. The name itself is very Russian to sound with. That could make it very easy. Which country is the host of 8th Commonwealth Youth Games 2027? Answer is Kenya. We are also looking to hold Olympics in India, but not anytime soon. I think we are hoping to get it after 2030. And most probably by that time, if everything goes well, cricket will also be part of Olympics as a sport. Next, 16th, we have Mahabodhi temple that was recently seen in news is located at the banks of which river? Niranjana Phalgu river. Which country has launched the Rhizotope project to combat rhino poaching? It is South Africa. It is not just South Africa, in Assam also there has been a project launched that aims to cut off horns of all rhinos. Now, why are government cutting off horns of rhinos? Because it is generally used as a medicine. It is believed to be a miraculous medicine in the homeopathic or other circles. And while poachers who are illegally poaching these animals, when they have to take the horn, they would like to get the most of it, so they cut into the skin of the rhino also. That ultimately leads to the death of rhinos. So what government has started is they have started chopping off the horns of rhinos to a certain extent so that it is not at all lucrative to poachers. At the same time, they are trying to catch the poachers also, but this way they avoid that rhinos will be not killed for vain purposes. 18th, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. Obviously, Pradhan Mantri comes, that means it's a central scheme. Mukhya Mantri will always be a state scheme. Matru Vandana Yojana is implemented under which sub scheme of Mission Shakti? Mission Shakti is all about empowering women, as well as there are other things that come under this scheme. There is Stand Up India scheme, there is women empowerment schemes coming into the place. So Mission Shakti has Matru Vandana Yojana. Matru is used the word for Matra or mother. It is answer is Samarthya. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana is implemented under which sub scheme of Mission Shakti? The answer is Samarthya. 19th. Leap 1 is the first commercial satellite mission of which Indian space tech startup, that is Agnikul Cosmos. I think with ISRO and DRDO, there are a lot of space startups that have started in India, which is functioning to launch satellites for better connectivity, like you see in Starlink or others, and then increasing multifold again forward from there. 20th, Hiroshima Day is observed annually on which day? August 6th. This is the day where nuclear bombs were dropped on Hiroshima. September. Which Indian NGO has recently become the first Indian organization to receive the Ramon Magsaysay Award? Now, this is an award which is given to highest level of journalists and people working in the sector of empowering people, spreading information, which is important. One of the noted, celebrated as well journalist who has received this award is Mr. He was with NDTV. How am I skipping his name? Ravish Kumarji. Sometimes it happens. Ravish Kumarji. So there is an Indian NGO also who has received this particular award. The answer goes to Goonch. अदिति मैम को कॉल कर लो खोज लो According to a 2025 analysis by Carbon Brief, which two countries together propose nearly 88% of new coal power capacity worldwide in the first half of the year? Answer is China and India. Now, if you talk about Chinese mineral segment, you will also find other works coming into the picture. For example, under China, most of the rare earth metals come into picture and they control the facility of more than 80% of it. So every country, no matter what they do, they cannot right now hope to pick up a fight with China. Ultimately, everybody wants rare earth metals, which are now being utilized for every kind of computer or IT development or technology, which is running your laptop, CPUs, YouTubes, every kind of substation, every kind of items across. 23rd, Dhauliganga hydroelectric project that was recently seen in the news is located in which state? It is Uttarakhand. What is the theme of India Mobile Congress 2025? Answer is Digital Synergy Empowering India. Indian Mobile Congress is basically an event where every manufacturer or stakeholder related to technology, related to mobile phones, and both the setups of Android as well as iOS are meeting together to figure out regulations, what are the policies to be lobbied, how it is affecting day-to-day interaction, what kind of facilities can be developed, what infrastructure challenges are to be faced, what are different licenses that has to be pulled. Like one of the major issues which still Airtel Geo are fighting for is the satellite rights. The only company who was able to acquire those was SpaceX when they are entering into India. Starlink specifically will be getting that particular service, and Geo and everybody else will be subletting their satellite internet connectivity from Starlink. The Typhoon missile system was developed by which country? United States. Which country has topped the medal tally at the 16th Asian Shooting Championship 2025? Answer is China. Now, I'm not trying to degrade India in any point of view, but for exam purposes, whenever you see an Asian championship or a sporting event, you can kind of bet that China might be winning it. Because if you look at Olympics tally also, majorly it is a fight between China and USA. And then there are other countries who win gold medals also, but the total tally is between China and USA. So in Asian region, if there is a championship and China is part of it, most probably China will be winning it. 27. When is National Nutrition Week observed in India? It is from September 1st to 7th. Next, the Vrindavani Vastra, a 16th century silk textile, primarily depicts the childhood stories and divine pastimes of which deity? Lord Krishna. Now, the word itself, Vrindavani Vastra, Vrindavan, and it should be an automatic connection for you, which is Lord Krishna. 29th. What is the title of the Center of Excellence established by IIT Hyderabad and Army Training Command Center ATC Shimla? Answer is Center of Excellence for AI and Robotics. Obviously, we are the ones who are in the commerce domain, but anybody in the science platform who are willing to work for AI and robotics, they can ultimately look into a job here as well. But again, a company secretary will be required to run the Center of Excellence in AI and Robotics because there will be compliances there too. 30th. Where was National Ayush Mission NAM Summit 2025 held? Answer is New Delhi. Anantar Shastra surface to air missile system is developed by which organization? Defense Research and Development Organization. That's the full form of DRDO. I have said DRDO so many times till now. So you will find it. The answer is DRDO. 32nd. Chris Wokes, who recently announced his retirement from international cricket, belongs to which country? England. I hope boys looking at the stream, I'm not being sexist, but boys looking at stream will get a very easy answer to this. The ones who are not watching cricket, Chris Wokes is a very famous player who plays for England. 33rd. Remission of duties and taxes on exported products, RODTEP scheme is administered by which ministry? Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Remission of duties and taxes generally comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. You will also find taxes and duties being conducted under Customs Act, GST Council, and other ministries. We'll talk about those also. Which institution has launched the scheme for facilitating accelerated payout of inoperative accounts and unclaimed deposits? Reserve Bank of India. I think for the last 1 year, this has been in the news. There are crores and crores of accounts with crores and crores of money deposited in them, which has been unclaimed. That means people who are either dead or some other problems have happened that they have lost touch of the account. They have deposited some money into it, but they have never ever recovered it from that particular account. So Reserve Bank of India has started a campaign of anybody who would like to claim those money back of those inoperative accounts can go and talk to the bank, talk about that particular account, and the bank manager will facilitate it that within 100 days your money is given back to you. That's the project Reserve Bank of India has been working around. It is majorly for the reasons that during COVID, so many lives were lost. A lot of legal heirs or their next of kin did not clearly had an idea how many bank accounts were there of that particular breadwinner in the family. So because of that, a lot of assets have been unclaimed. Fatah 4 missile was developed by which country? Answer is Pakistan. What is the name of the campaign launched by Union Finance Minister to facilitate the settlement of unclaimed financial assets across India? It is Unclaimed Wealth Settlement Campaign. The same league of Reserve Bank of India. Reserve Bank of India is looking for inoperative accounts. Then there is Union Finance Ministry who's looking for unclaimed assets in general, because there might be lands, there might be other investments that people might have done, but they never could tell their family because of a surprise or unprecedented death for whatever reason. 37th. What is the name of the program recently approved by the high level committee headed by the Union Home Minister to tackle urban flooding? Answer is National Urban Flood Mitigation Mission. This is purely for Bihar as well as other states which see flood on a regular basis. But Bihar always gets flooded every year. One of the major issues that they are dealing with here under Home Ministry is to avoid or to make sure that in the complete state of Bihar, they have created enough natural drainage systems which is allowing water after the dam has to be opened to clearly move around rather than flooding the villages. 38th. Pulicat Lake that was recently seen in news spans across which two states? Answer is Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. 39th. What is the name of the scheme launched by the Government of India to modernize Government Industrial Training Institutes ITI? Answer is Skill India ITI Modernization Scheme. A lot of people talk about ITI. It is not similar to IIT. ITI basically teaches you skills which will make you employable. So if you want to become a welder or electrician or tailor or whatever, these are certain skills that are taught in ITI so that you can get a job accordingly. 48. The Tikhir tribe is primarily found in which Indian state? Answer is Nagaland. Who is the current Chief Election Commissioner of India, October 2025? It was Rajiv Kumarji. But now he has been changed. There is a reason I have kept this question so that we can mark the change also. Now we have Gyaneshji. Gyanesh Kumar is now the new Chief Election Officer. 42nd. Which Indian state launched the Mission Samriddhi 2025 Rural Development Program? Answer is Maharashtra. Who won the men's single title at the US Open 2025? Answer is Carlos Alcaraz. He's one of the youngest and famous tennis players. I think he beat, I think, Djokovic or somebody else into the finals, but he's the one who won this, Carlos Alcaraz. The Surya Kiran aerobatic team belongs to which branch of Indian Armed Forces? That is Indian Air Force. Now, the name from the name itself, it will be very easy to eliminate certain options like Surya Kiran aerobatic team. Now, aero comes into the picture, so obviously it should be an Air Force field. Pangong So Lake, frequently in news, is located in which two countries? India and China. Basically, the Pangong So Lake that we are talking about is Sangpo. It basically enters into India and is called as Brahmaputra here. Based out of which a lake is created, the name is Pangong So Lake. It is now sharing boundary between two countries, India and China. As per October 2025, which company launched the Extreme Air Fiber? Now, this has been advertised so much throughout India that you should be able to answer this. 5G wireless internet services. Answer is Airtel. In October 2025, who took oath as the new Chief Minister of Odisha? Answer is Subrat Kumar Sahu. In Odisha, the government has changed. It used to be Biju Janata Dal. Now they have been defeated. I think Naveen Patnaik used to be the incumbent CM. Now that CM has vacated the office, and now we have the new CM coming I think in the NDA alliance of BJP and some local party, I'm forgetting the name, but from NDA, I think Subrat Kumar Sahu is MLA from BJP itself, and he has been elected as the new Chief Minister of Odisha. 48th. India's first indigenously built hydrogen powered train was flagged off from which city? Answer is Chennai. I think in the previous stream, I have talked about green hydrogen or green energy that we are moving towards. This is one of the initiatives that we are taking up so that we can have commercial transport, reducing the carbon emissions that we are seeing across. I think anybody watching from Delhi, I have my empathy and sympathy with you so much in all the ways possible, because ultimately I have heard today's news that it is super difficult to even breathe, and doctors have started recommending to people that you should leave Delhi, and if you can afford to live somewhere else for 7 to 8 weeks, do that. I think it is majorly related to Haryana and other places, which is burning the stubble crops, which is parali burning in Hindi, which is creating a lot of smoke moving towards Delhi, causing extremely low air quality index. 49th. The Nobel Peace Prize 2025 was awarded to activists from which country? The Nobel Peace Prize has gone to Iran for 2025. We have also seen Nobel Peace Prize coming up for an individual. I think she is from Venezuela. Donald Trump was lobbying too much to try and get that particular Nobel Peace Prize. But this time, the Nobel Committee made sure that Nobel Peace Prize goes to Nargis Mohammadi. Sorry, Maria Corina Machado. Nargis Mohammadi has received it in 2023. The name is a bit complicated, hence I have looked it up. Maria Corina Machado. She's the one. She's from Venezuela. She has been working very remotely about showing the protests there, as well as how everything else has worked for her. It is her story which has brought peace into the area of Venezuela, hence she was awarded this. The World Cup 2025 mascot's name, unveiled by ICC, is called Blaze. Which sector did RBI designate as a new priority sector in lending guidelines? September 2025. Answer is green energy. Again, if you look at the finance budget of this year, most of our work is moving towards bringing net carbon emissions to zero by 2030. So these are new guidelines that have come up that if you're putting up a business or you're making a startup for green energy, this is where you'll be working across. 52nd. What is the new logo of Swachh Bharat Mission Urban 2.0 shaped like? Answer is broom. Now, Swachh Bharat Mission, flagged off on 2nd of October, has now an Urban 2.0 setup going ahead, and the answer is broom. 53rd. Purvodaya Yojana is a major infrastructure project announced for which region? That is Eastern India. Now, the word Purv itself means east. So Purvodaya Yojana is working about a lot of infrastructure projects like bridges, tunnels to create connectivity with various villages to eastern India. Who is the author of the book India's Path to Sustainable Growth, released in August 2025? Answer is Raghuram Rajan. For new Gen Zs or Gen Alphas or Betas, I don't know what you might be while you are giving this exam. Raghuram Rajan was governor of RBI. 55th. Which Indian festival was inscribed on UNESCO's Intangible Cultural Heritage List in September 2025? Answer is Onam. This is one of the important questions I think can appear in the exam. 56th. 2025 G20 summit was hosted by which country? Answer is Brazil. NGT. Now, what is NGT? National Green Tribunal. They are the ones responsible for maintaining pollution controls, looking at that any practices of industries are unsustainable in nature, or punish and penalize departments, industries, including governments, whether state or central, for failing to comply with the green standards or the standards kept for avoiding or preventing pollution of land, soil, air in any form. So NGT banned single-use plastics in which Indian Union Territory in July 2025, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. They are the ones who have banned it already throughout India. I think they have done it for Andaman and Nicobar Islands also. 58. Kiran 22 is a development in which sector? That is solar panel technology. Kiran means sun rays. Kiran basically means rays. Here we are talking about sun rays. What is India's national theme for World Environment Day 2025? First is ecosystem restoration. Next, 60th, we have who won the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratna Award for 2025? Answer is Neeraj Chopra. Anybody who do not know what Neeraj Chopra does, he takes a stick like this, which is pointed in both ends, and throws it at as far as possible, known as javelin. Which company received the Best Startup in India 2025 National Award? Answer is Zepto. Zepto is a quick delivery startup. They are the ones who have been commercializing 10-minute delivery. I think they were the first entrant of the industry, then followed Blinkit, then followed Swiggy, everybody who has done 10-minute deliveries. 60-second. What milestone did India achieve in digital payments for September 2025? We have crossed 1 trillion transactions, all thanks to UPI, Unified Payment Interface. 63rd. Which country did India sign a historic uranium supply agreement with in the August 2025? Answer is Australia. We have very good ties with Australia, and this is one of the important minerals and elements that we'll be needing. It is radioactive in nature and used for nuclear energy plus weapons. Which Indian beach received Blue Flag certification in October 2025? It is Kovalam Beach. Name the first Indian woman to pilot a Gangayaan flight simulator. Answer is Avni Chaturvedi. Gangayaan flight simulator is basically our plan to reach to moon again. If you remember last year we have landed near the south pole of the moon. Now we are trying to create a mission where a man, a human can travel to moon and again land on it. 66th. Samarth is a government portal launched for which sector? Answer is textile industry. Again, focusing everybody who is working in Maharashtra, Gujarat, Bihar, Jharkhand. There is a lot of textile, West Bengal. There is a huge textile, small scale textile industry there. A lot of handicraft people working into the handicraft nature of things or labor intensive techniques. The government has started to help them as well as support them so that they can present their products in the international market and sustain in the domestic competition. 67th. Who led the first mission Chandrayaan 4 as flight director? Answer is Ritu Karidhal. 68th. Where was the 2025 Asia Para Games held? It was held in Beijing, China. You want to guess who got the most amount of medals in this particular Para Games? Answer is again China. 69th. Operation Zindagi relates to which Indian ministry? Obviously, Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. The name itself is Zindagi. 70th. Who was appointed as CEO of Niti Aayog in September 2020? We have the new CEO of Niti Aayog, that is Suman Beri. Please remember this name, one of the important transitions that we have seen in September. You might see it as a question in November attempt. Which river is the Polavaram project built on? Answer is Godavari. The PM Vishwakarma, I don't need to look at the answer also. We celebrate Vishwakarma Day throughout India. It is one of the important elements that a lot of regional tribes also pray to. Lord Vishwakarma or God Vishwakarma talks about metals or artisans or workers who are working with machines as well as praying and putting up with machines. Scheme targets which workforce? It is traditional artisans and craftspeople. What is the current repo rate as per RBI's October 2025 decision? The repo rate has been constant as 6.5%. Who won the Arjuna Award for 2025 in badminton? Answer is Lakshya Singh, one of the recognizable names in badminton as well as all across sportsmen that we see in India. The name is Lakshya Singh. Tata Group's new electric vehicle is named Tata Eltros EV. Tata is, I think, the dominant player right now in electrical vehicle category. If you look at the complete automobile industry, the biggest player is Maruti Suzuki. But on the electric segment, Tata has dominated it till now. I think this year, for the first time, Maruti is entering into the electronic car manufacturing setup, and they might be coming with a car by the name E Vitara. That's the first electronic vehicle that they have developed. 76th. Who wrote the making of New India transformation under Modi government? Answer is Bibek Debroy. Can this question come? Yes, absolutely. Anything related to Modi ji or Modi ji has done or people have done for Modi ji. In all the three cases, it's a question that you will see. India's first underwater metro rail project is in which city? Answer is Kolkata. They are trying to attach the old city of Kolkata with Howrah. You will see the famous Howrah bridge going across. They are trying to cut short the travel time and dependency on that particular bridge. So this particular metro rail project will take a lot of bulk of that traffic away from the bridge rather than keeping and connecting Howrah in the underground mode. 78. Who is the President of United Nations General Assembly? Short form is UNGA. Answer is Dennis Francis. The new green hydrogen policy, as said earlier, we'll be talking too much about green hydrogen because this whole setup we have been focusing on green energy. So green hydrogen policy was launched by which ministry? Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. More importantly, I think that's the dream that we are moving ahead with. Rare earth metals have to be mined, utilized so that we can produce electronic vehicles, which itself is creating a lot of pollution. So it is not making an at par comparison till now. So the next possible and the best renewable energy that we can move ahead with is basically green hydrogen and hydrogen cars. I think the Minister for Roadways and Highways, Mr. Nitin Jairam Gadkari, has been a very big advocate of hydrogen cars, have been trying to build hydrogen infrastructure throughout India so that Indians can move from ICE vehicles. Now, ICE is internal combustion engine. Internal combustion engines utilize petrol or diesel to create power, moving ICE vehicles away, and then we are moving towards hydrogen or electric. Who is the new CMD of ONGC appointed in August 2025? CMD is Chief Managing Director. Answer is Mr. Pankaj Kumar. Ghar Ghar Ayushman campaign was started in which union territory? Jammu and Kashmir. Which state declared 2025 year of tourism? Answer is Kerala. 83rd. The Jal Jeevan Mission aims to provide what? Tap water to every rural household should have access to clean drinking water, again started under the central government or union government at this point, which is the NDA, Jal Jeevan Mission. 84th. Who is the present SEBI chairperson in 2025? That is Madhavi Puri Butch, but now she is being looked at for replacement because she'll be ending her term this year. We will see a new chairperson coming soon. The National Startup Day is celebrated on which day? Answer is January 16. There is a reason for that because we have an act in India by the name Startup Registrations Act or the Startup Act 2016. It was implemented on the same date. 86th. Digital India Week 2025 theme was Catalyzing India's Digital Future. Which state topped the Indian Innovation Index 2025? Karnataka, thanks to Dakshin Kannada. Uttar Kannada is generally famous for mining minerals and other things. So if you go to Bellary, Raichur, and other places in the northern side of Karnataka, that is where most of the second level industry or secondary industry exists. And then on the tertiary side, who is looking at innovation, Dakshin Kannada, which includes Bangalore, and the complete coastal belt, who's working towards innovation. The 2025 BRICS Summit host city was in Johannesburg, which city launched smart policing via AI-enabled cameras in public places in September 2025, Hyderabad. I think it is now a very understood concept that if you are in public view or you are in public, in all the possible situations, you can be surveilled at and looked at. This is one of the ways China has reduced crime. Hyderabad has implemented the same AI enabled system where a person, once identified in the face, can be tracked throughout the city where he went, who he met, who are the people he interacts with, where are the people he goes ahead with. So it's one of the smart policing area that we are going ahead with. The One Suburb, One Product program is piloted in Mumbai. It is trying to push various small industries into specialized zones so that one suburb or one area of Maharashtra can focus on creating a certain product, becoming a hub of the scene, overall pushing the economic capability of Maharashtra. What is the objective of Mission Karma Yogi? Capacity building for government employees. As we see that overall picture has transitioned, no matter where you work at or how you work at, artificial intelligence, machine learning, GI, generative intelligence also are coming into picture. Now, all of these things are tools for humans to create better working systems and smarter and effective working systems. So all the old government employees who are still in service need training and need to escalate their skills so that the replacement area of skills of the outdated products can go away and the new skills can be developed. 92nd. Which neighboring country held a general election in 2025 September? That is Bangladesh. Now they did hold a general election, but it was one that was derived with military power as well as protesters. If you remember, the old Bangladeshi Prime Minister right now stays in India under Indian amnesty and protection. There is a new Prime Minister that has been elected by the interim government there. 93rd. Vande Bharat sleeper train was tested on which route in October 2025? Answer is Delhi Mumbai. We have seen so many Vande Bharat trains coming all across India now. One of them which were tested was between Delhi and Mumbai. Who was conferred the Bharat Ratna in 2025? Please star mark this. I have a feeling this will 100% appear in the exam, either in slot 1, 2, or 3 of CSEET. Answer is M.S. Swaminathan. 95th. Where is the country's first public sector semiconductor fabrication unit coming up? Answer is Gujarat. Who chairs the Goods and Service Tax Council? It is the Union Finance Minister. Now, please understand this. We have two major taxes, income tax, GST. Income tax is the direct tax that individuals who are earning a certain amount of money has to pay to the government. GST is indirect tax. Whether you earn money or not, when you spend money on any goods or services that you are producing or procuring in India, you pay this particular tax which goes to the government. So, in general sense, if I have to say, who pays taxes? Every one of us. Even if we are purchasing a small matchbox, also, we are paying GST on it. So, in terms of GST, income tax is a much more rigid setup. Right now, we have a new bill which has been passed, that is Income Tax Act Bill 2025. But what is right now notified as well as implemented throughout India is Income Tax Act 1961. So in 1961 we made an act, but every year we amend the act for changing scenarios, policies, so on and so forth. So every year when you see February comes up and there is a budget that has to be declared, that budget is nothing but the changes that they are about to bring into the Income Tax Act. So every year we some or the other way change the Income Tax Act. That means if you want to make any small changes throughout the year also into income tax, you have to amend the act completely and it has to be passed into both the houses. We already know the lawmaking process from Lok Sabha to Rajya Sabha to President. The same way income tax is amended. GST is different since it was introduced much later in the newer concept and it requires collaboration of all the states coming together. That is why GST has created a GST council. Now, what happens in GST Council is GST Council chair is Finance Minister. Apart from that, every state is a member. So there are 28 states, all of them are members. Union territories are again recognized by the central government itself. They are also members of GST Council, but more or less you can think they are thinking what the central government is thinking. So now all these 28 states finance minister sit into the GST Council. They decide what changes have to be made, what changes did not have to be made. Central government also gets to have a vote into it. The power of vote is two-third of central government. The state government has one-third voting power. They vote into the GST Council, and whatever changes they want to notify, GST Council can do it directly. They don't need to pass it into Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, or President. They can directly do it with GST Council. Hence, GST is a much more newer act, but a very vibrant act which keeps on changing, because any changes that has to be made into GST can happen overnight. That means if today the GST Council has decided something, tomorrow it can be immediately implemented. 97th. What is Prayog 1 in Indian Scientific Lexicon? The indigenous reusable sounding rocket. The NALSA scheme is for promotion of legal services and legal awareness. Who is the chairman of Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India? Star mark, star mark, star mark. October 2025. Answer is Mr. Ravi Mittal. Till October he was there. I would like to just counter check it whether he has changed. Shri Ravi Mittal remains to be the chairman. He has changed very recently in October. It's a question that we'll be seeing tomorrow, most probably. The Swachh Sarvekshan 2025 cleanest city is Indore. Now, in all the elements, you can always say Indore is the cleanest city. They are the most populous city which has maintained very high standards for cleaning. 101st, which Indian state launched Mission Poshan 2.0 to answer malnutrition? Answer is Bihar. I'll give you a very small trick. Whenever there are new elections coming up, in exams also you will see questions of various schemes that are being implemented in states. Whatever election is coming up, the answer is that particular state. For example, we have Bihar elections which are already ongoing. So all the schemes that you will see in the last 3-4 months that must have been launched, it is for Bihar, or in the last 1 year must be Bihar. After this, you will see elections coming up in UP. After that, you will be seeing elections in Tamil Nadu next year. So in all these cases, you will keep on changing your answer for every quarter exam of CSEET. For November, most of our answers will be Bihar. Where was India's first hydrogen powered bus launched in 2025? Answer is Pune. Again, hydrogen comes into the picture. As said, green hydrogen energy is what we are focusing upon. Who was awarded the Gyanpeeth Award in 2025? Answer is Mr. Shashi Tharoor. What is the name of India-Russia joint military exercise held in October 2025? Answer is Indra 2025. In the previous stream, when I was explaining you about BIMSTEC, BRICS, G20, all of these groups, when we sit together, we have discussions like these only, where what kind of working can we develop in a way that helps us in military relationships, strategic relationships, economic relationships, academic relationships, so on and so forth. So this is one of the ways which we are training both our armies. India is training our own army. Russia is also trying to train theirs. 105th. What does the Jal Shakti Abhiyan aim to achieve? Jal means it is related to water, Shakti is power, Abhiyan is scheme. So if you look at the answer, water conservation management, it will become very easy to answer these when you're trying to eliminate options. Which country became the first to approve plant-based meat as a staple food? Answer is Singapore. 107th. National Education Policy 2025 emphasizes which key theme? Holistic and multidisciplinary education. It is something that has to do with all of us right now, be it you are a college student or a school student. This is where new education policies scheme comes from. Name the Indian city declared under UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2025. Answer is Ahmedabad. There are a lot of sites which have been declared by UNESCO. The place where I am in right now, it is Bilaspur. If I go to Ratanpur, there is a fort there which has been declared as UNESCO World Heritage Site. Basically, to say any location which is older than 100 years or 125 years old can be applied to be a World Heritage Site under UNESCO. And if UNESCO feels that under certain criteria, it has cultural recognition, it has good architecture, it has been a place of relevance, it will be declared as World Heritage Site. That means no constructions, no visitations or visitations of tourists under a certain segment is allowed, but no changes to the structure can be done at all. If any restructuring or if any maintenance work also has to be done, it will be under UNESCO approved vendors and UNESCO approved guidelines. Taj Mahal also is an example of the same. If you go to Karnataka, you will see Hampi is an example of that. So all these places are UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The whole city has been declared a World Heritage Site. Take care. 109th. What scheme was launched to boost the production of organic fertilizers in India? That is Harit Kranti. Which Indian football club won the Durand Cup 2025? Answer is Mohan Bagan. In India, two clubs are very, very famous. Obviously, now with football Premier Leagues coming up, there has been so many teams, FC Bangalore, other teams coming into picture. But if you move towards West Bengal, there are only two teams and nationally recognized clubs which have been working tirelessly and has been recognized in football a lot. It is Mohan Bagan, and I'll just tell you one more. Mohan Bagan, East Bengal or Mohan Bagan have a very big rivalry also. Hence, I was trying to name it East Bengal as well as Mohan Bagan. Mohan Bagan's owner is Mr. Goyal, who is now the current owner of Delhi Capitals in IPL also. Who is the newly appointed chairperson of the National Human Rights Commission NHRC in 2025? Answer is Justice D.Y. Chandrachud. If you don't watch the news, you might not recognize the name. If you have watched slightly even anything in the news on the legal sector, you will realize he was our ex CJI, Chief Justice of India. Now he has been appointed as the National Human Rights Commission in 2025. We have another new Chief Justice of India coming up. The name of the Chief Justice is Mr. B.R. Gavai. Justice B.R. Gavai. Which new digital financial tool was launched to promote cashless transactions? Bharat QR 2.0, again part and parcel of UPI or NACH, all these organizations working with that. India's first vertical farming unit was inaugurated in which city? Answer is Bengaluru. Which small island nation is India collaborating with for climate resilience in 2025? Answer is Maldives. If you look at our international bodies conversation, we were talking about something known as South Asian or Southeast Asian Council, SARC, and other ones that we were talking about. Maldives was part of it, and one of the key themes that we read there was talking about climate changes as well as economic and academic collaboration. Hence, we got the answer as Maldives. What is the significance of the Ek Bharat Shresht Bharat initiative that is promoting cultural integration to whatever we do? 116th, what is Chhat Puja primarily dedicated to? Answer is sun god Surya. Chhat Puja again comes into the question, will also be seen into CSEET exam. One reason and one reason only, we have Bihar elections. 117. Which Indian state launched the Mukhyamantri Shramik Shakti Yojana? Answer is Uttar Pradesh. Shramik Shakti Yojana is basically talking about gig workers or construction workers. Next, we have the Nasha Mukt Bharat campaign targets what issue? Obviously, drug and alcohol addiction. Nasha means the drug or addiction. Which IIT launched India's first AI research center focused on healthcare innovations? Answer is IIT Madras. For a lot of innovation part, you will see IIT Madras is the spearheading organization. Even for artificial diamonds, when it was being discussed, IIT Madras is the center where that particular center of excellence and learning has been kept. 120th. The PM Kisan scheme provides financial support to whom? It is small and marginal farmers. Kisan word itself means farmer. Who is the current Chief Justice of India as of October 2025? Justice Sanjay Kishan Kaul. This is not correct. Please cut this. 121st. It has been entered here by mistake. It is Mr. B.R. Gavai. Which Indian city hosted the India International Trade Fair IITF 2025? Answer is New Delhi. What sector does the Make in India initiative primarily target? Answer is manufacturing industry. Obviously, Make in India is talking about manufacturing. Which Indian state became the leader in renewable energy capacity by 2025? Answer is Rajasthan. One of the reasons is there is a lot of barren land where solar related equipment and plants have been set up to develop clean energy. Next, we have Navika Sagar Parikrama is associated with which branch of Indian Armed Forces? That is Indian Navy. Sagar word comes into it. Sagar itself means ocean. Parikrama is surveillance or movement. Navika means basically a boat or any kind of structure that helps us move around. 126. Which country did India sign a comprehensive economic partnership agreement with in 2025? That is UK, United Kingdom. The Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin 2.0 aims to achieve what? ODF plus and solid liquid waste management. ODF basically talks about open defecation free. ODF basically means that in rural areas, people are now being made aware and toilets are being constructed in a manner that people don't use washrooms in the open lands. It creates issue of increasing risk of a lot of viruses, bacteria, which is spreading through small flies, mosquitoes sitting and breeding on them. So ultimately, the first rule was to declare villages ODF, try and get that everybody has a toilet so that nobody has to do it in open. Now, the Swachh Bharat Mission Gramin 2.0 is talking about ODF and solid liquid waste management free management setup. Who won the Booker Prize 2025? Arunadhati Roy, Star Market. Most probably a question that you'll see tomorrow. Which Indian cricketer broke the record for fastest double century in Test cricket in 2025? Answer is Shubman Gill. What is the key focus of the National Logistics Policy 2025? Logistics means movement of goods. Answer is efficient and integrated logistics ecosystem. Which technology company launched India's first 6G research lab? Answer is Reliance Jio. I think most probably Jio will be the first one to reach into the 6G setup. But at this point, I think the implementation of 4G and 5G can become better. Once that is done for, that is where the transition of 6G will come into place. The Digital India Week 2025 focused on which new area? Blockchain applications. Now, when I talk about blockchain applications, am I just talking about crypto? That's not it. Cryptocurrency is part of the blockchain. It is not the complete blockchain. Blockchain technology is that whatever data or transactions are happening, it is open for everyone. So there is transparency that you can see from where a particular transaction originates and where it ends. But most importantly, blockchain technology keeps it as an open ledger. So let's say I am Sahil Sharma and I have given you some money. You are Mr. XYZ. Sahil Sharma has given money to XYZ. This is first of all secure. Secondly, it is open to everyone and everyone can see that Sahil Sharma has given money to XYZ. Now, the catch is Nobody can read the name Sahil Sharma and XYZ. The whole name is now crypto, basically protected through various encryption setup. That is what we call as blockchain technology. The name of the, I think, language under which it is encrypted is crypto hash. Under hash naming, it will be a very complicated string of numbers and alphabets which will be shown. So there are too many alphabets, numbers that has transferred money to XYZ numbers and something. Only you and me with the key will be able to decode it, or with a particular formula software will be able to decode it to know that Sahil Sharma has transferred money to XYZ. So we can track the whole transaction. We can look at what transactions are happening. We won't get the intimate knowledge of who has done it specifically, because that particular account number or name or transaction is protected. What environmental landmark did India achieve in 2025? Answer is 50% renewable energy capacity. Which village was declared India's first carbon neutral village? That is Punsari, Gujarat. Now, I'm telling you, in general, if you have four options of cities given to you, select the one which is run by BJP, select the one which has been run by the BJP the most or the longest. Gujarat, Ahmedabad, most of the times you will see that these answers are coming up. There is a reason for it. Who is the author of the best selling book, The India Story, released in 2025? It is Bimal Jalan. What major reform was introduced in the real estate sector in 2025? RERA expansion to commercial property. What is RERA? It is Real Estate Regulatory Authority. They are the ones now commissioned to look at real estate conflicts and cases and resolve them. They also make other protocols and rules and policies under which any project, be it agriculture, be it residential, be it commercial, should be made, sold, or any kind of requirements that has to be fulfilled. Which Indian university topped the QS Asian rankings in 2025? It is IIT Bombay. What is Project Mosam focused on? Mosam itself means basically weather. It is maritime history and connectivity. The new health ID is part of which government initiative? Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission. Ayushman Bharat, as you all know, is a scheme of getting you insurance of rupees 5 lakh rupees to get critical healthcare facilities in any hospitals, be it private or government. You can go and tell them that I have an Ayushman card, and with that, you can get 5 lakh rupees worth of healthcare facilities there. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission is trying to make sure that you have a health ID. As I was talking about students with UDICE code, or every one of us in India with Aadhaar card and PAN cards. Once we are given a certain number, all our activities related to that industry can be tracked. In the similar way, if you have a health ID, your complete health history, when you got a fever, when you got an XYZ disease, what kind of conditions were treated, which doctor treated it, so you might not be able to maintain all those files. It will be now maintained into a digital mission setup of Health ID. That way, any individual's health history, if I have to look at, I can do it remotely, digitally, which will increase the better healthcare setup in India. India's first UAV corridor for drones was launched in which state? That is Telangana. Name the country that launched the Artemis moon mission in 2025. Answer is United States. India signed a 500 million defense agreement with which country in 2025? Answer is France. The reason we have done that is France is the place from where we have purchased Rafale. So the maintenance of it, new weapons which are compatible with Rafale and it can be aimed at Rafale, all of that comes from France. Russia, France, US, all three are huge contractor for defense equipments. The National Rail Plan 2030 aims to integrate which modes of transport? It's a rail plan, so obviously rail, road, and waterways. Under this plan itself, you are able to see that there are a lot of under bridges being made throughout India. So wherever there is a railway track, the government has made sure that none of the national highways that they are developing should have a railway track in between? If in case there is a railway track, there should be an overbridge that goes above it, or an underbridge tunnel that should be made so that nobody has to stop at railway junctions. It is a major cause of accidents that still occur. If that can be eliminated, it should be focused upon. That is what the National Rail Plan 2030 aims to integrate. Which iconic Indian movement monument got a facelift under Monuments on the Move campaign? That is Red Fort. Again, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. In 2025, India's rank in Global Innovation Index was 33rd. Who was named as the United Nations Secretary General in 2025? It is Antonio Guterres. He's still the Secretary General of United Nations. कॉफी ले आना तो और 147. Maitri Setu connects which two countries? India and Bangladesh. Now, this Maitri Setu is still functional but has been restricted once the government problem arose there. So, right now it still is there, but the connectivity through which any transport of people from India and Bangladesh was happening, it has been stopped. 148th. India became net exporter of which mineral for the first time in 2025? It is lithium. You will be glad to know that lithium is one of the rare earth metals that we had to import a lot from China. That dependency will go away because new lithium deposits have been found in Jammu and Kashmir. That will help us boost our electronic capabilities, data centers, or equipments that are needed to shift to greener energy as well as to utilize an artificial intelligence. Which Indian state started the helium gas extraction pilot project in 2025? It is Rajasthan. At the same time, when helium gas extraction project started in Madhya Pradesh, I think Guna district and other districts, we have found gold deposits also into 10-kilometer ranch. I hope, I think I have put that question also here. But if I have not, in Madhya Pradesh, we have found gold deposits also. What is the feature of the digital rupee introduced in 2025? It is the central bank digital currency based on blockchain technology. Sooner or later, it might be a sci-fi movie concept for you right now, but there will be a time where we won't be carrying physical notes that we have. Those notes will convert into a digital currency. That is what the government has started working upon. As per the blockchain technology, no physical cash will be available with anyone. Everything will become digital. Who is the current External Affairs Minister of India? Super difficult question, but super regularly occurring question. That is Dr. Subramaniam Jaishankar. We'll do one thing. We are close to midway. We have done 150 questions. There are 150 questions more to go in this particular list. Let's shift to the scanner questions that we have available. There are 100 questions that I have compiled in the last four attempts of CSEET. There is slot 1, slot 2, slot 3. So the questions of current affairs changes and other questions also change. I've made close to a list of 100 questions available with me. Let's directly look at the scanner questions, which has come into the past, based on which we'll be able to understand that the current affairs that we are reading right now, is it relevant, or we are able to diversify, or we are able to recognize what options have to be taken up or not. So this is again another PDF that I have created. It is for the past four CSET attempts. These are current affair questions that has come up into the exam. What is the full form of SEBI? Oh my God, so difficult. I am dying. My brain will explode. Oh, please somebody call the ambulance. I don't know what else to do. If I say all of that, it is an extreme measure, but the answer is Securities Exchange Board of India. It is one of the local bodies that we were supposed to discuss into the paragraph. Rather than that, I have shifted into the questions that we were solving. Who is the current finance minister of India? Oh my God, question again. I should commit suicide now. It is super difficult to deal with. Answer is Nirmala Sitharaman ji. Which ministry launched the Startup India initiative? That is Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Startup India campaign and Startup Act 2016 exist for that very purpose. The National Education Policy was introduced in which year? 2020. Ayushman Bharat scheme is related to which sector? Health insurance. The One Nation, One Ration Card scheme aims at answer portability of ration cards across India. There are close to 80 crore people in India who are beneficiaries of ration card who get free rice and other grains and commodities to go ahead and suffice their life and their family. All of them hold a card known as ration card to get their ration. But there has been cases of somebody migrating from one state to another or one district to another, and you can only get food grains or your ration supply from that particular locality's ration shop from where that ration card was issued. Now, this used to be a huge problem. So, if I am a worker who is trying to support his family working elsewhere and I wanted to get food grains every time, I had to come back. And more recently, not just from ration card, you can get your food grains. Now, you have to put your thumbprint also. So that was creating a lot of issue. Hence, they have created one nation and one ration card policy, based on which now the migration of ration cards is possible, easier to do, and it's a digital process so that even if you migrate to any of the districts, you are able to claim your ration from there. Which Indian state launched the Mukhyamantri Kisan Aay Sanrakshan Yojana? Answer is Rajasthan. The smart cities mission focuses on obviously urban infrastructure and development. That is where we are trying to develop smarter India. What is the main aim of the Digital India program? Answer: digital empowerment of citizens and inclusive growth. Who is the chairman of Railway Board as per 2025? Mr. Vinod Kumar Yadav remains to be the chairperson. You can see there is a trend of asking chairperson, CJI, who is the MD, who is the new CEO, who is the Secretary General of UN. We have seen so many names that are coming up. Please make sure you try to remember these names also so that you can select it. The G20 2023 summit was hosted by which country? India. The United Nations headquarters is located in New York. The World Environment Day is observed on which day? 5th June, which has just passed. I think in September we have declared the Clean Water Week that has started from 1st September to 7th. What is the minimum age to appear for CSEET? Oh my God, question again. If you have done your registration, you must know. If you don't, if you haven't done your registration, the age limit is 17 years old. So unfortunately, even if there is a new kid coming into town who is super smart and is smart enough to give this exam at 6 or 7 years of age, ICSI will not allow them to become a company secretary by that age. They will have to go with the exam at 17 years only. Har Ghar Jal mission was aims to provide safe drinking water to rural households. We have already listed that in that main sheet also. You can see this question has been appearing here. What is PM Kisan? Again, an acronym question that has come into the picture. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi, income support scheme for farmers. Which Indian organization is behind BharatNet project? Answer is Department of Telecommunications. 18th. The Mahila Shakti Kendra scheme is designed for answer empowerment of rural women. What is the International Yoga Day? When is the International Yoga Day celebrated? It is 21st of June. So important days are somewhat important. Who won the 2025 Nobel Peace Prize? Activist from Iran. Again, see, the question was there in the main list of 300 questions. It has appeared already in the exam. What is the name of Indian missile developed jointly with Russia? The answer is BrahMos. We have seen the demonstration of the same during Operation Sindoor. The Stand Up India scheme helps which group? It helps marginalized or the reservation category women entrepreneurs, that is scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women entrepreneurs who are trying to enter. They can get funding up to 50 lakh rupees to start their new business. Name the Indian city awarded as the cleanest in the Swachh Sarvekshan 2025. Answer is Indore. Again, from the main list, the question has come up in the scanner. India signed an agreement for uranium supply with which country? Australia. Again, a question from our main list. We have done half of them till now, but still we can see four or five of the questions have already appeared in the exam. So I'm hoping that you download this PDF or ask for this PDF or you get this PDF and you read through this or you look at the complete video, try and learn it this way. What is the repo rate set by RBI in mid 2025? It has been 6.5. It has remained 6.5. Who is the current chairperson of SEBI? Madhuri Puri Buch. Again, see the repetition of questions have started to happen. In the main list, we have discussed this question. Now, in the scanner part, also, we are looking at this question. The national education policy aims to promote holistic multidisciplinary education. Again, something that we have read. Which country hosted the COP30 climate summit in 2025? Answer is India. What does the digital rupee present? We just read it. India's first hydrogen power train was flagged off from. Again, we just read it. What is the Kalia scheme in Odisha focused on? Farmer welfare. What is the full form of NITI in the NITI Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India? Initially, the NITI Aayog used to be Planning Commission. In 2014, Modi government came into picture and they changed the name of Planning Commission to Niti Aayog. Since then, Niti Aayog is the pristine organization working in creating 5 year plans or every plan for each year, helping family welfare policies to be built, Indian infrastructure development to be done, acting as the think tank of what will take India forward. India's first supersonic cruise missile is called BrahMos. The Jan Dhan Yojana ensures financial inclusion and bank accounts for the unbanked. Jan Dhan Yojana ensures that for 0 rupees you can open a bank account. Who is known as the Missile Man of India? Answer APJ Abdul Kalam. Name the digital financial tool launched to promote cashless economy. Answer is Bharat QR. What is the target year for India to become a net zero carbon emitter? Answer is 2070. That's the target we have kept where we are pushing everything to come down to 2030. Name the maritime exercise involving India, Japan, and the US. The answer is Malabar exercise. Which Indian state has the highest solar power capacity as of 2025? Answer is Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu came one more place. It is the highest number of investors in the National Stock Exchange. That is 1 crore investors. The Startup India Seed Fund schemes provides up to how much funding? 50 lakh. Startup India as well as Stand Up India. Both the schemes are working for entrepreneurs. Startup India, everyone can apply. Stand Up India, scheduled caste and scheduled tribe women can apply. What is the key focus of the national logistics policy? Answer efficient and integrated logistics ecosystem. When did India launch the Digital India Week? It was in 2015. What is Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat? Again, something that we have already read. It is about cultural integration. Which city is called India's financial capital? It is Mumbai. National Hydrogen Energy Mission, read in the main list, again here. The Smart Policing, read in the main list, again here. Name the Indian author awarded the Sahitya Academy Award recently. It is Amish Tripathi. You must have read some of his books, very, very famous, talking about mythological stories in various versions for people to know, read, indulge upon. Who is the chairman of Indian Space Research Organization? It is S. Somanath. What is the main purpose of the Atal Pension Yojana? Answer pension scheme for unorganized sector worker. Atal Pension Yojana is again for gig and construction workers who are coming across. The Jal Shakti Abhiyan is aimed at, the name itself says, water conservation and management. Again, from our main list, the question is coming up here. Which digital service was launched under Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission? It is the Health ID. Again, in the main list, the question has been reversed and now being asked. Name the first woman helicopter pilot of the Indian Air Force. It is Gunjan Saxena. A whole movie has been made on the same, on that particular, I think it's a kind of a biopic that has been made. It is Gunjan Saxena. Who holds the position of RBI governor in 2025? Shakti Kanta Das. Name the project promoting bamboo cultivation in India. It is National Bamboo Mission. Now, why are we cultivating bamboo? It is a high source for charcoal, carbon, as well as bamboo is utilized in making clothes, strips, matchsticks, so on and so forth. You'll be surprised to know how much importing of bamboo we do just to produce matchsticks in India. What is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana intended for? It is affordable housing. Up to 1.5 lakh rupees is being given as aid for people to build houses in the lands again allotted by government to them so that nobody is homeless in India. Which sea is the source of India's largest salt production? It is Arabian Sea, Gujarat coast. The term Monetary Policy Committee relates to which institution? Answer is Reserve Bank of India. What is Skill India initiative about? It is vocational training and skill development. We have read something about ITIs in the past older video. So ITIs are basically functioning as skill developing setups where people can learn small skills like electrician, plumber, welders, so on and so forth, and can get employment. Who was India's first space scientist? Answer is Mr. Vikram Sarabhai. The Namami Gange, again in the previous live stream I have talked about it, was launched in which year? Answer is 2014. Where is the headquarters of Indian Army? It is in New Delhi. The National Electric Mobility Mission is intended to promote electric vehicles. The name itself is very, very clear. You will see a lot of vehicles that come under electric setup. You will find a badging of NEMM, a branding of that being placed there. Who is the External Affairs Minister? Coming from the main list again here. What is the main feature of One Nation, One Tax Initiative? The answer is GST. Which was recently declared India's first carbon neutral village? Again, Pansari, Gujarat. The PM Kisan scheme provides an annual income support of how much? It is 6,000 rupees per farmer. Who is referred to as the father of the Indian Constitution? Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. What is the maximum deposit limit under Public Provident Fund? It is 1.5 lakh per annum, which is exempted from taxation. Name the Indian state which is the highest production of tea. The answer is very, very clear if your general knowledge is at all okay. Answer is Assam. What is Beti Bachao Beti Padhao campaign focused upon? It is girl child welfare and education. India's first underwater metro, again Kolkata. Which Indian state celebrates Pushkar Fair? It is still going on right now, where a lot of cattle is displayed. Answer is Rajasthan. The digital locker initiative is primarily intended for secure storage of documents, under which we have an app which is launched by the government, which is known as DigiLocker. Which ministry looks after the National Health Mission? That is Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. Who was the first Indian woman to win an Olympic medal? That is Karnam Malleshwari. Which Indian city is famously called City of Joy? Answer is Kolkata. Now you're seeing this as the reason because in the past four attempts, if you look at the Kolkata's election has gone by. So that is why the questions have come up. Now you will see in the next scanner when I'm discussing, let's say January, you will see a lot of Bihar scanner questions. Then in the July, you will find a lot of Tamil Nadu questions. The Operation Green scheme is aimed at protecting farmers' produce prices. The headquarters of SARC is located at Kathmandu. We have already discussed this in the morning. Who is termed as the Iron Man of India? Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. The Swachh Bharat mission was launched in which year? Answer 2014. Name the first Indian woman pilot in Air Force. Answer Harita Kaur Deol. Who is known as the Missile Man of India? Again, it's the same question which is repeated. Which is India's longest river? Answer is Ganga. The Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana was launched for COVID-19 relief. What is Science Express known for? Mobile Science Exhibition Train. I think every district where a railway station exists more or less have seen this train come across and school students being taken for a visit. It's a good exhibition that has been done over train. The National Policy on Skill Development was launched in 2015. Which Indian state is largest producer of silk? Answer is Karnataka. It is very clearly the choice also and the answer. Silk saris are very famous there. There are very expensive silk saris that you can find across this state. They are the highest exporter of silk related products across India. Who won the Dada Sahab Phalke Award in 2025? Mr. Amir Khan. What is Atmanirbhar Bharat? It's an India's self-reliance campaign which is talking about that we should be self-sufficient. So any industry where we are lacking, we have started a plan of promoting those industries and products so that more and more self-reliance can come into picture rather than us importing materials from somebody else. The RERA Act is related to which sector? Real estate regulation. Name the first Indian satellite launched by ISRO. The answer is Aryabhat. Who is the current Chief Election Commissioner? Again, I have changed this. Mr. Rajiv Kumar has already gone. Now we have Mr. Gyanesh Kumar. India's tallest statue is located in which state? It is Gujarat Statue of Unity. It is a statue of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Jan Dhan Yojana we have already talked about. Which city is known as Silicon Valley of India? It is Bengaluru. PM Ujjwala Yojana provides LPG connections to women at a discounted rate. I think the rate is 440 rupees under the scheme, which women can get a cylinder for, which generally cost 1100 rupees. The headquarters of World Bank is located in Washington, D.C., discussed this morning. The Clean Ganga Fund was established in which year? 2015. Name the Indian cricketer with most runs in IPL 2025, that is Virat Kohli. The Nirbhaya Fund was set up for women's safety and empowerment. You might remember the Nirbhaya Kand, the inhumane crime of people gang raping and killing women in Delhi, after which this fund was developed, and ultimately now it works in protecting, safeguarding, making policies, ensuring justice is delivered on time to females, and as well as forcing governments to create infrastructure which can prevent such crimes against women. These are some 100 questions of scanner. As you can see, it's a pretty easy list that we are going up ahead across. And it's a very easy way that we can integrate and learn current affairs and make sure that we score really, really well tomorrow. So if you are part of this particular PDF of all 300 questions that I have put up here, you will be very, very easily scoring really good marks in exam. At this point, we'll take a small break. I'll be back again. We'll discuss the rest of the questions which are left, discuss some of the theoretical parts, and we'll also get quantitative aptitude tricks, logical reasoning tricks, legal aptitude tricks coming across. We'll also solve CSEET e-bulletin of the last 4 months. We'll look at the details that they have shown there, as well as what are the topics that they might be hinting where a particular question might come from. Hope you guys will be joining us into some time soon. This live stream I'll be putting to rest. See you guys in half an hour break.